Hello, everyone. So these are two of my amazing members of Storytold. This is Tash, my designer, and Annika, my writer. And I'm so pleased to say we're going to do a little Ask Me Anything. Tash is going to ask Annika some questions, and I'm going to jump off and hand the mic over. So there you go.
What do you do at Storytold?
I run the whole show. I run Storytold, CEO, founder, the lot. No, I'm only joking. So I am Storytold's writer. So what I do is I help you connect with your audience online more authentically. So I create content that connects more with you and your audience and ultimately get you more clients, more sales, and so the content writing part of it. And I'm gonna hit you back with the same question. What is your job here at Storytold?
So I am the graphic designer, which means that I tell stories through visual means rather than through written stuff. So I'm not going to write your content on LinkedIn. That's Annika's wonderful job, and honestly, I'd be terrible at it. But I can help your brand to represent yourself better. I'll look into things like your culture, color theory to make sure that it's actually representing you. We'll even look at like the fonts and your typography to make sure that that connects to your audience, that
Yeah.
your legibility and stuff like that is really good. And sometimes I have the wonderful job of photoshopping Jack on a sheep.
That you peaked there in your career.
Peaked,
Made
can't
it.
go anywhere else. You should see next week's post.
I'm excited. Tash will just throw designs at me and she'll send me over WhatsApp, and it's just Jack's face like warped onto something random, and it's the best part of my day.
And I know what it was. The Annika, is this enough turnip?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we put Jack on a massive turnip and just covered him in turnips because for those of you who know, Jack is a massive turnip.
Why did you want to work with Storytold?
So I think what I love most about Storytold, I could be weird. I'm a weirdo, full-blown weirdo. I'm wacky, I'm odd, and I love it. And I feel like I just fit in here because I can kind of be who I want to be. So that was the magic for me, because I've worked in places before where you've just sit down, get on with your job, and it's fine. I was employed, but as coming into Storytold, I feel like I could just be a full-blown weirdo, as to put it bluntly. And I love being a weirdo. I love being bold. I'm wacky, and I can just be fully me. And I think that's what Storytold's all about. So it worked.
Tell us about your career path. What happened before you joined Storytold?
Okay, so my career path's a bit everywhere. I've done a lot of different things. I've worked in finance, I've worked in recruitment, general admin jobs. I've even worked in a bakery. Like it's spiraled, and I've got 4 children, so it's always been everywhere. But I've never settled. I've never found a job that I thought I want to be here forever, or I love doing this. It's just always been pays the bills. I've got 4 children. It works. It's fine.
Yeah.
It works around my life. Then I set up, because I was fed up of doing all that, I set up my own business because I work best having freedom. I work best doing my own thing and being able to be creative and do my own ideas, that type of thing. So I set up as a virtual assistant, and I knew I was good at admin and I love meeting people. So Zoom calls, that type of thing. I loved it because I was speaking to new people every day. I was making new connections, and it kind of just took off. And I think a lot of my clients said to me, and still to this day say, that they worked with me because my personality, because I was a likable character and they found it easy to get along with me. They trusted me, that type of thing. And it was the same for Jack. Jack found me through LinkedIn. My content's, like I said, I'm a bit wacky, so he found me through that, I think. And we just got chatting, we vibed, and on our first call, I think we started swearing and just had a right laugh, and just some funny jokes were thrown out there, and we just had a full-blown laugh, and we just proper connected on the call, and it was brill. And it's been like that for all of my clients. And then I started working with Jack doing like VA type of stuff, like admin stuff. And then I've always enjoyed the writing side of it. I think I've just never offered it. And then Jack obviously explored that avenue with me, and we went into the writing. And then, I became Storytold writer, and everything just went from there.
The rest is history.
The rest is history.
Oh, awesome.
What was your favourite part of your master's course, Tash?
That's a really cool question. I think my favorite part of the master's course was, unlike bachelor's, where everybody coming into a graphic communication course, I did graphic communication,
Yeah.
by the way, but going into graphic design as a master's course, not everybody's a graphic designer. You had a lot of illustrators, you had people from PR that wanted to, career shift. You had, VR specialists that are coming in and they want to know more about graphic design. You had an interior design girl
Yeah.
who was like, I need to know more graphic design, particularly around typography, and having that like mixed bag of
Yeah.
opinions and varieties. That was so fun. And then we also had a lot of career professionals come in
Okay.
from around Cardiff and around the UK. That gave a lot more insight into the real side of design. So it's
Yeah.
not all just pretty pictures and design trends, but things like how to work with clients, how to make sure that you're getting your message across, how to actually work with like your brief.
Yeah.
So that was probably the best part, was how many opinions and how many areas
I
of
love
design
that.
came in. Yeah,
Love
I
that.
think that's it. And also the part-time job of working at Storytold whilst I was trying to get my
Yeah.
degree done. Yeah, that was wicked.
Meeting me. That was
Yeah.
the whole thing.
It's worth it. What's the team culture like at Storytold?
Fucking hilarious. Just absolutely hilarious. We just have the most fun, don't we? We just have a right laugh. Me and Tash are normally annihilating Jack in some form, calling him a turnip or some sort. We just have a fun culture. It is literally hilarious. We always have fun and we just don't take ourselves too seriously. And we try to bring that to the clients as well. We try to have fun with clients, don't we? And make sure we have that friendly relationship so they feel comfortable opening up to us and that type of thing. Because like we say, if you turn up online stiff, it's the same if we turn up with our clients stiff. We're not going to get the best out of them. We are, I don't know, it's like a family and I love it. It's just real.
Yeah, I agree with that. There's not like so much of a hierarchy.
Yeah.
Who's down top.
Not.
Everybody's opinion matters,
Yeah.
which is always really nice. And working with the people you work with is like half the battle.
Yeah.
Right. So
And
yeah.
one thing I do always love, we're always able to be honest with each other as well. Like if we think something's not working or we have an opinion on something, even though Jack's obviously the founder, if I think Jack could improve on something, I'll tell him and he'll take that on board and usually, I don't know, implement it in some form. We always tell each other quite honestly and I think that's the best way.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
So what excites you most about working for Storytold?
Oh, that's a really good question. The creative freedom,
Yeah.
right, I think would be it, because so many design studios, especially like at the level of design that I'm at the moment, I'm still learning and
Yeah.
I'm still adapting in. Sometimes there's an element of control in there
Yeah.
where you have to, learn specific things or you have to learn this. I have such a melting pot of design experience, like just whilst I've been working for Storytold. Like I'll be doing branding one day, website design the next,
Yeah.
photoshopping something the next day.
Photoshop Jack's head on a sheet.
Photoshopping Jack's head on a sheep, making Jack look like more of a turnip than normal.
Than he already does, yeah.
Absolutely. That's fun. And then I remember when I was like talking to Jack about the job, he was like, "Listen, this isn't going to be a normal 9 to 5." I was like, "Yeah, right. Every job says that." Actually, isn't. No, my first day, I think I did, I don't know, about 8 hours worth of just nonsense project, which was so much fun. Because they matter and they were authentic, right? But they were still playful.
Yeah.
And that's probably the best part, and nothing is the same. Like I'm never using templates,
Yeah.
which is really nice. Everything's new.
Nothing's rigid. It's like
No.
the creative freedom's there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's definitely it. What do you really think of Jack? Be honest.
Yeah, he's brill. I think we both said this, and we like it just gives you that creative freedom to be what you want to be, what you want to do. Like if I said to Jack, I don't want to do writing anymore, I know full well he'd fully support that and he'd find something else that I enjoy doing. I once mentioned to Jack, I love talking. Talking is my favorite thing to do. I love meeting new people, that type of thing. So I remember saying to Jack at one point, why don't we set up a podcast? With the next week we had a podcast on the go and I was meeting with different people. And he's all about making sure we do what we love. And I think that's the best thing about having a director like that, is he lets you be creative in whatever way. Like you said with your last answer, yeah, I can just be as creative as, because like Jack will often get messages from me at like 8 o'clock at night saying I've had a new idea, and then we're exploring it the next week because he knows it's something I really want to do. So that's probably the nicest you'll ever hear me chat about, and he's never allowed to listen to this recording. He is a turnip. There we go. There's my answer. My very last question for you, Tash. Very exciting one. Other than photoshopping Jack's head on a sheep,
Yeah, the peak of my career.
the peak, we peaked. What of other? No, sorry, we've got to put him on a sloth. A sloth is my favourite animal. Imagine Jack's face on a sloth. That'd be brilliant.
The Trello board.
Please add it to the to-do list. What's a really exciting design you're working on right now?
Okay, so we're working for a company abroad, kind of like we're thinking like Saudi Arabia area now.
Okay.
And we're working a lot with their branding, which is my area anyway. That's what that's my favorite part of design, is branding, because it's so authentic and real and represents a lot. But we're working with their culture
Okay.
We're looking a lot into like the type of typography that that region uses,
Yeah.
how the language is spoken and used as well. We're looking into.
Yeah.
We're looking into patterns, colors, but then we're also looking into their audience,
Okay.
which is a wicked group of women, and that is just so exciting because it's something I haven't done in Wales. So I've only designed for Welsh clients before. It's so fun to have this different cultural input.
Yeah.
That's probably the most exciting one at the moment. Yeah.
Oh, buzzing.
Why do you feel that storytelling through writing is effective on LinkedIn?
Because you're getting your story across to your clients authentically. You're not doing it in a stiff, rigid way. By writing through storytelling, you're standing out and you're being authentic and you're making your brand stand out. There's so many people in your industry. Like, we work with financial brands. I know Jack spoke about this, but if you just do the same content talking about facts, figures, boring stuff that literally all your competitors are talking about, you're not standing out. You're just literally blending in with everyone else in your industry, and nobody's going to come to you and say, I want to work with you, because there's 10,000 other people on LinkedIn doing the same thing. There's this stigma around LinkedIn that you need to be professional, robot, rigid, AI, all the shit that people do, but you're just blending in. There is no point in it. So if you do authentic storytelling, what we do is we bring your brand to life and make you stand out. So with all them 10,000 other people that are doing the same thing as you, you'll be the only one that stands out from them, and people go, I want to work with them, rather than the people that are doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And that's what we do through storytelling and writing, is we connect you to your audience to make people feel things and make people want to work with you. But like I said, if you're just using AI doing write me a LinkedIn post, I can spot an AI post from 10,000 miles
Yeah, I
away.
can spot.
You scroll down and that's all you see, one after the other, and it's bullshit. It is absolute bollocks. Like, stand out, swear, be weird, get the bold colours, just fucking stand out.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably end up blooping that, but it's absolutely fine. Stand out. Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably really nice having such a variety of different stories to write for too, right? That probably makes it really
And
interesting.
all our clients, like we say, are completely different, and their values are completely different as well for each brand. And it's getting to know them down to that level to understand what they're comfortable sharing on LinkedIn, and just connecting them with the audience, because we've met so many incredible people and our clients are incredible, and it's such a fulfilling job to be able to connect with them, and they trust us to tell their story online, and it's beautiful, really.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a
So,
nice little ending.
yeah.
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 Didn't even insult Jack in that one.
He's a turnip.
Here we go.
There we go.